Okay, so you want to talk about ransomware, huh? Tons of articles, and it's pretty clear you want the full story. Why is it such a huge deal? How did we even get here? And what can we actually do about it? That's what we're diving into today.
Sounds like a plan.
Did you know this thing's been around since like the 80s? Crazy,
Yeah,
right?
no, the 80s.
Not exactly new on the scene, but it's morphed from stealing floppy disks to like holding entire companies hostage, demanding millions, and it just keeps getting more and more clever.
Yeah, the evolution of ransomware is pretty fascinating.
Walk us through this whole digital minefield. We have our expert ready to get our hands dirty.
Absolutely. Let's dive in.
One of the articles you sent mentioned something called the AIDS Trojan, late 80s.
Oh, yeah,
Kind of feels like ancient history compared to what we see today.
it does, but that was groundbreaking back then. First time someone said, pay up or your data's gone.
And now it's a whole different ballgame.
Definitely a different world. The big shift. Ransomware as a service.
Ransomware as a service.
Uh,
That sounds not good. What is that exactly?
Yeah. Basically, it's a business model for cybercriminals, like an evil tech startup. They give anyone the tools to launch these attacks. You don't even need coding skills anymore.
So some random person can just become a cybercrime mastermind, just like that.
Pretty much. And here's the scarier part. Modern ransomware isn't just about locking up your files anymore.
Oh, no. What else is there?
They might also steal your data, sensitive stuff, and threaten to leak it publicly if you don't pay.
So they hit you twice,
Yeah,
can't access your own stuff, and you might have a PR nightmare on your hands.
exactly.
What kind of impact is this having on businesses? We're talking real damage here, right?
Crippling. Absolutely crippling. We're talking huge financial losses. The ransom itself, downtime, recovery, it all adds up.
Yeah.
And even if you pay, no guarantee they'll actually decrypt anything or delete the data they stole. Plus, the long-term damage to your reputation, you can't even put a price tag on that.
The Colonial Pipeline attack, that was a pretty big deal.
It was.
Really put ransomware on the map for a lot of people.
Absolutely. That was a wake-up call. Ransomware can cripple even critical infrastructure.
So nobody's immune.
Nobody. Businesses have to be proactive. Waiting till after an attack. Way too late.
Okay, so let's talk solutions. Backups. Got to be the first step, right? But is that enough? What if the backups get infected too?
Backups are essential. Definitely your first line of defense. You're right, though. They have to be secure, kept separate from your main systems, off-site backups, immutable backups. Those offer more protection.
Okay, so backups are key. But what about preventing the attack in the first place? I'm seeing a lot about employee training in these articles. How do you stop people from clicking on every sketchy link they see?
It's all about awareness. You got to teach people how to spot phishing scams, understand those social engineering tricks. Good password practices, too, of course.
Yeah.
Simulated phishing exercises are great for this. Keep everyone on their toes.
Creating a culture of security. Makes sense. So backups, training, what else?
You need advanced security measures, too. Think endpoint detection and response, or EDR. Those systems monitor for anything malicious. Then you've got SIEM systems. Those analyze your security logs, look for suspicious patterns.
Just like a high-tech security system for your entire digital world.
You got it.
But let's say worst case scenario, attack gets through. What then?
Incident response plan. Gotta have one. Know who to call, how to isolate the infected systems, how to restore from backups.
Damage control.
Exactly. A solid plan will minimize the downtime and the damage.
So it's multi-layered. Backups, training, advanced security, and a clear plan if things go wrong. That's a lot to take in. What's the one thing you want our listener to remember?
Ransomware is a serious threat, no doubt, but it's not unbeatable. Understand how it works, build a comprehensive security strategy, and you can drastically reduce your risk.
This has been super insightful. I think it's clear that ransomware isn't going anywhere. This fight's going to keep going.
It is.
What new challenges are on the horizon? How do we stay ahead of the curve?
That's the million-dollar question. Our reliance on technology keeps growing, so ransomware is just going to get more sophisticated, more impactful. I think we'll see even more targeted attacks. Critical infrastructure, maybe.
Yikes.
AI-powered ransomware. Imagine that. Software that can learn and adapt to our defenses. We need to keep learning, keep collaborating as a cybersecurity community just to stay ahead of it.
A lot to think about. Definitely an eye-opening look at the world of ransomware. Knowledge is power, and staying informed is your best defense. Stay curious and stay safe out there. We'll see you next time.